Where is everyone?
Shore leave. The captain gave us a day or so off while he concluded his deal. Then the ship will head back home. Odd. This is usually kept locked if...
Oh, God, it's you.
The scoundrel's getting away.
Got away. I doubt either of us could catch up with him now. Besides, I know where we can find him anyway. I only saw him briefly last night, but there's no mistaking that nose and build. His name is Abercrombie, and he works for one Colonel Ross.
He must have been here to rob the captain. We better let Faversham know so he can arrest the villain.
Not yet. I'd like to know what he expected to find in here that's worth his while. After all, men who spend several months in the Arctic don't usually take many valuables with them, do they?
True. Not much has been disturbed.
Except the log. To today's entries, in fact. Now that is interesting.
What?
Met with Breckenridge and Ross. That was yesterday. Breckenridge again. He seems to be turning up at every twist in the road, doesn't he? And I wonder why our captain met with this mysterious Colonel Ross.
And why was Ross's man here reading that? Unless maybe he aimed to destroy the reference so we couldn't read it?
Come on, Doyle. We wouldn't have even looked at it if Abercrombie hadn't left the page open. Another mystery. Isn't it fun? Right, leave Gray a note asking him to contact us as soon as he can, and let's be going. I'm famished.
Wires and cables. Isn't this a trifle out of the way for such things? I would expect the market for them to be closer to London.
Miss?
I'd like to see Mr. Breckenridge, please.
Sorry, he's not available for visitors.
When will he be back, then?
Did I say he was out? I just told you he's not seeing visitors.
I'd prefer to hear Mr. Breckenridge say that himself. Could you take a message to him?
I'm a guard, not a messenger. I don't carry messages. And I was told point blank not to let in visitors.
Oh, really? Have you turned many others away?
No, you're the first. Goodbye.
Well, tell Mr. Breckenridge that I was here, please. The name is Sarah Jane Smith, and I'm staying with Sir Edward Fulbright. You could mention that I was asking about the missing children.
What's that supposed to mean?
If you were a messenger and not a guard, I might explain. Bye.
Abercrombie, we have to leave immediately.
Why?
Miss Fulbright attempted to open my luggage.
Illuminata, that's torn it.
It has indeed. We'd better lay low until this evening. I've brought the Townsend. I doubt I'll have any option but to kill. Until this evening, we'd better lay low. How did your research fare?
Good and bad. He's here.
Excellent. Typical, isn't it? Only 2 possible locations, and I selected the wrong one.
So we go down and break in now?
Not just yet. First things first, the factory can wait until the morning, I think.
What about my stomach? I need food to keep going.
We could try getting a bite to eat at the local tavern. We'd best not go back to the village.
Have you tried this pie, Doctor? It is excellent.
No, I haven't. Ah, there you are. And your cheering section too. Make yourselves comfortable.
So, how was your morning?
The plot has thickened, Sarah, and I don't like where it leads.
The same on my ends. There's an urchin, Billy, who tipped me off on the factory on the edge of town.
You've done very well.
What concerns me is all the stress you're laying on poor old Breckenridge.
He may be innocent, but unless we can check him out, we won't know for certain. You know him. Can't you arrange for him to allow us to visit the factory?
I can but try, young lady.
Excellent. We'll assume that he agrees, which means tomorrow at the soonest will be a visit to the factory.
Is that a problem?
No. After all, tonight we go out hunting the beast on the moors. Are you up to that, do you think?
Wouldn't miss it for the world. The game is afoot.
Is any of this becoming clearer to you?
Not really.
Do you have any idea what's going on here?
Oh, I always have ideas, but until I have more information, I'm not going to share them. If we can capture this beast tonight, then I'll be able to be more specific. Until then, all I have is theories.
What is this monstrous hound like?
It's huge. Its mouth is filled with razor-sharp fangs. It's like nothing I've ever seen on Earth before.
An unearthly hound, eh? Sounds like the perfect idea for a story.
Oi! Doctor! Are you going to be like this the whole way back?
Yes, and probably much later. I'm sure you can amuse yourself.
Sir Edward, what's wrong?
It's Alice. One of the servants found her in her room, unconscious. I hope that the doctor might be able to explain.
I'm a doctor, sir. I'd be happy to offer my opinion.
Thank you. This way.
Doctor! Thank God you're back.
Not to worry, Bridewell, just give us a moment.
Of course.
Doctor, I believe this may give some explanation.
Precisely my thoughts.
What is it?
She's been drugged. The effects should wear off in a short while with no ill effects. She'll be fine by supper.
Drugged? Who would do such a thing?
Offhand, I'd suspect the one person missing from the picture, which is Colonel Ross's room.
You can't think that Edmund possibly...
I can and I do. He's a very secretive person, and he's conspicuous by his absence.
But he's my friend, I'm sure.
I'm sure you're a blithering idiot. Come along, Doctor. I've long said that this man is a scoundrel. Let's take a look at his room. Nobody here.
But his bags are. Give me one moment. Aha! Just as I expected. He's booby-trapped it so that anyone who opens his bags unaware gets drugged.
So, you're saying that Alice was trying to rummage through his things?
It looks that way. She was obviously suspicious of his motives and wanted information. I wonder why he felt it necessary to rig this kind of trap for his bags. It's hardly the action of an honest man, is it?
As I said, the man's a scoundrel. I should have Faversham arrest him right now.
On what charge? He hasn't actually done anything criminal that we know of, and the only way your daughter could have been injected is if she were burglaring his trunk. I think we're better off leaving the constable out of this.
But we have to do something.
He won't get too far without his luggage. The fact they're rigged suggests there's stuff in there that he needs. You going to open them up?
No. There may be other traps, and I doubt Ross would have left anything terribly incriminating behind. Let's just wait for him to turn up again, shall we?
So now what?
Rest. We'll need all our energies and wits tonight when the sun goes down.
Oh, Alice, thank goodness. Please, try to eat something.
Thank you, Father.
Now, Doctor, I've arranged for the grooms to prepare 4 horses for us. I take it you can ride?
Naturally. And so can Sarah.
Miss Smith, I assure you, sir, this is no expedition for a woman.
And I can assure you that I would sooner have Sarah beside me than anyone else. I know I can rely on her implicitly.
Thank you.
But it's not right.
Oh, you better accept that I'm coming. Alice, I hope I can borrow a pair of riding trousers, though.
Men's clothing? What is this world coming to?
Don't be so old-fashioned, Father. I'm quite sure that Sarah and the doctor know what they are doing, and a dress is so impractical for a hunt. If I were not so weak, I'd come along as well.
Never! Oh, very well. I suppose I should have no choice but to agree. I'd better have them ready 5 horses, I suppose.
4 should be sufficient. I think it would be better for Roger to stay and look after Alice.
Here! I say! I'm jolly well coming if she is. I can handle a gun.
Probably not as well as Sarah. Anyway, I aim to capture the creature, not blow its brains out. Besides, if your friend Ross reappears, I think it would be better for you to be here to question him, don't you?
If Ross turns up, I shall make certain he is here when you return if I have to sit on top of him.
What is this world coming to? Women shooting and hunting, and my own daughter talking about getting into a fight. That's what comes of living in a country ruled by a relic queen, I suppose.
Oh, cheer up. You might grow to like it. Bridewell, please do as the doctor suggests.
Oh, very well. I wish I were coming along, though. It sounds like such sport.
I promise, Roger, You will not be bored in my company.
Time for you to change, Sarah. Then meet us at the stables. By the time you're ready, we can set off for the moors.
I say, this is jolly exciting, isn't it?
The best is yet to come.
Here, this path should take us to where we lost the creature last night. We'll have to camp out until we reach the bogs and wait. I daren't take us further.
It'll come to us. The poor creature is most likely starving. It must take a great deal of fresh meat to keep a beast that size alive.
Good. Now, this is as far as I dare go. I better leave the horses here.
Easy, girl. Everything's fine.
It seems to have been here. It's not emerged yet. Positions! Are you ready, everyone?
Ready.
Ready.
Ready.